What did you have for suhoor?
For suhoor, this morning I had 1 litre of Volvic water and some oats biscuits. That's what I have every day.
What did you have for iftar?
For iftar I had sea bass with some vegetables, mashed potato and salad. For starters I had olives and some bread and hummus.
What one thing do you hope to correct this Ramadan?
This Ramadan I was working on, I feel like coming back to earth. And that might sound weird, but for the whole year, like since I came back from Kuwait, I've been very work orientated and very busy. And sometimes you can get so busy in this life with work and I need to do this, I need to do that, that you forget the true purpose of what you're actually working for. So sometimes, like I was at a talk not long ago and he said it's not about what you do, it's about why you're doing it. And that's when I remember what are you doing this all for. And Ramadan just gives you that reminder, brings you back down to earth. That Quran every night in the masjid, it's just that reminder of what are you here for, like why you're here. Remind yourself of what you're working for. So it's like a renewal of all your intentions, everything in one. I feel like that's what Ramadan, so I use Ramadan to bring me back down to earth, like to just as my yearly reminder of what I'm here for. So it's like in a nutshell, that means I'm using it to better everything, because if I'm using it to bring me back down to earth, that means I'm going to use it to better my character, to get back on praying in the masjid, or to praying at the correct times, not being lazy and letting them delay by half an hour for no reason. And it's all these things I'm working on, and like being more polite and representing Islam in a beautiful manner no matter where I go. So I'm trying to use it for everything, but in a nutshell the main thing is to just bring me back down to earth, to remind myself of why I'm here, where I come from, why I'm here and where I'm going after this. When Ramadan comes, we're all crowded in the mosque and we seem to make the wiser decisions. When Ramadan's over, we forget our religion. When Ramadan comes, we got Allah on our mind and we always pray Salah on time. But when Ramadan's over, back to the crime. When Ramadan comes, she got a fear in her heart and she likes to cover her hair. When Ramadan's over, like she don't even care. I don't want to be a Muslim who's only a Muslim in Ramadan. I want to be a Muslim who has Iman all year round. And you don't want to be a Muslim who's only a Muslim in Ramadan. You need to be a Muslim who has Iman all year round.
How do you think Ramadan is supposed to improve us?
I think Ramadan improves us because it's like a cleanse, it's like a washout. So it's like you're cleaning out, like it's like cleaning out your house, throwing out all the old junk every year. And this is the cleanser, this is like the bath for the Muslims. Every year you have that month of purity where you're trying to stop all those bad habits. Yes, you're so down to like some people may swear a lot, or they may waste time listening to loads of music in their cars and stuff. So it's a time of purification and getting away from all those bad habits, and to better in your character, spending much more time in the mosque that maybe they usually spend. And why it should improve is because when Ramadan's over, and even your eating habits, because this is for the mind, the body and soul. So some people may eat anything unhealthy. Let's go there and get a burger and fries, and let's go and get waffles, and let's go and get milkshakes. So they eat anything they want to eat. Let's do a curry, let's have some bread with this, and it's all over the place. So Ramadan is like purification for the mind, the body and the soul. And I feel like when Ramadan's over, it's not about just, okay, it's over now, let's go back to eating rubbish, let's go back to not being in the masjid, let's go back to doing this, let's go back to having bad manners, let's go back to swearing a lot, let's go back to all our bad habits. It's after someone said that it takes 28 days for something to become a habit, or to become like used to doing something. And if you've been doing something for over 28 days, now that should be your new habit, so you can continue it after Ramadan. So what you was doing during Ramadan, it's about continuing it. And then if next year you clean out more bad habits, each Ramadan you're meant to be improving and getting better and better and better. And the main thing it should improve is your sincerity, because often we're doing things and it's like we lose sincerity of what we're doing it for. What are we doing it for? But with Ramadan, this is the time when you test your sincerity, because when you're in that room and you're all by yourself, no one can't see you. You can pick up that bottle of water and drink it if you want to. No one will know. You're doing that for Allah. This is sincere. This is no longer lights and camera actions on you. This is sincerity. You're doing this for Allah now. No one can see you. You can't pretend to be fasting. This is where the sincerity happens, and religion for me is sincerity. Sincerity is everything. So this is the time to renew your sincerity. Ramadan. We fast for Allah. This is that deed that you do for Allah.
How do you motivate yourself when you feel hungry or thirsty?
I think the more hungry I am and the more thirsty I am is the more motivated I am, because I think, wow, if I'm not as hungry and so thirsty, I'm not as motivated. It's like the motivation comes from that thirst and that hunger. I think, wow, I'm doing this for my Lord. Like this, all of this is for my Lord. Like I'm so thirsty right now, especially when you're working and other people around you are having a drink or having a biscuit and a tea, and they're like, oh, I need a coffee or I need this, and you're like, I'm so thirsty right now. But this is a time where I feel like a stranger, and I feel so motivated that everyone else around me in this working environment can do anything they want to do. And like, you just do what you want to do, eat what you want to eat. I have to follow rules, and that motivates me. I feel inspired that, and I feel quite inspired that I can follow rules. The fact that I'm following rules, I feel inspired that dedication is a great feeling. And then at 9 o'clock comes, this is like, just after 9 o'clock, it's like, now I'm allowed to drink, now I'm allowed to eat. It's amazing. But it's not just the food and drink, there's so much more.